Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Saturday evening edition of our live session. And today we are not going to talk about Lean Six Sigma, by the way. Okay, first of all, my apologies for Monday we could not have the live session, and I hope some of you would have received the video which was posted. I think in community also we posted that video, right? Okay, so community also we had the video, and on that link also we posted the video. So on Monday we had a project which we successfully closed the meaning the negotiation, and there is a logistic company which wanted to improve their performance, and all. It's a big project of almost 30 lakh rupees, and which we successfully closed. So so that was so I was expecting it, the negotiation, to be over by 5:30, but it went on till 11 p.m. and it happens, it happens. So that's why we could not have the live stream, but I had given the link for the same session which was taken almost 1 year ago. Okay, how many of you been through that session? Just type me in the chat box the recording of that session. How many of you have seen the recording which was shared with you? Just type me in the chat box. I hope the okay, very good, superb. Kiran ji has been through this, Mahantesh ji has been through this. How many of you, apart from them, how many of you attend went through that session? So the name was, what is that, process capability through six pack analysis, right? That was the topic. So the people who have not been through that, there has been a other session which you can go through, and so that our learning should not stop. Even sometimes live session could not happen because of the internet connectivity, because of some other program which clashes. Yeah, yeah, very good, very good. uh, whole result got in one attempt. Very nice, superb, amazing. So you attempted this entire six pack, no? Very nice. Good, 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 good. Chalo, so today's topic is about, not about the process productivity, but about personal productivity, because uh, the objective of Sparrow and Gavin is not to give you training and certificates. The objective is to build you as a leader completely. And when I say leader, that means it has got lot of other personality traits which are very very important, which are for example, managing your own time, managing your own productivity is also one of the very important element of it. Now, apart from that, apart from that, in a leader, what are the other qualities you would like to see in your leader? Type in the chat box, everybody. Let's build this topic till the time I share my screen. Type in the chat box which, uh, you know, which, what I can say, characters you would like to see in a leader. Type in the chat box. Yes, yes, doctor. What we can see is, just share that message, and on our WhatsApp, you know, group, and then I'll give you the step-by-step guideline. Okay. Super. Soft skill, emotional intelligence, vision and strategy. Very good. Keep typing. Keep typing. Superb. Empowering, empowering the team. Amazing. What else? Type in the chat box. Superb. Superb. Collaboration and smart skill. Very good. Very good. What else? What else? What else? Superb. Can you just type? Now, some of you already have enthusiasm. Very good. Resource management. Whatever we have, how do we manage them? Teamwork. Superb. Superb. Leadership qualities. Communication. Appreciation. Very nice. Superb. Now, very good. Team building. Transformation skills. Learning and development. Very nice. Business excellence. Superb. Now, you expect these qualities from your leader, so your team also expects these quality from you. Yes or no? If you want your team to be punctual, you have to be punctual. If you want to be your team to be high performing, you have to be high performing. If you want to be your team to be amazing communicators, you as a leader should have that qualities as well, because your team is your reflection. Make a note of this. Your team is your reflection. Now, some of you may not have the team right now, but in near future you will have. So start building yourself, and you know that what you can say, those things will come to you. Good evening, Pramod. How many of you, by the way, are attending the session first time? Just type me in the chat box. Session first time meaning absolutely first time. Balbon moment, fantastic. Kalpesh ji is attending, Sandeep ji is attending, Amir ji is attending, fantastic. Jyoti is attending, fantastic, super. We are mirror to team, team is mirror to us, absolutely. Now, as a leader, our role, by the way, everybody can just type, welcome these members, because Monday we could not welcome them. So can you just type welcome? Let me also type. I would encourage everybody to type welcome new members in the community. Just type welcome. Yes. Kalpeji, I can understand. Superb. So that's what the ritual we follow on Monday, because Sundays a lot of new members join the community. So after the yellow belt session, so we do this what you can say, our ritual on Monday. But unfortunately we could not have the live session on Mondays. That's what we are doing right now. Okay, fantastic. Welcome. Now, coming back to the point. Why are we doing this? Because we are not only Lean Six Sigma training and certification. We are building leaders for the future. Now, the first point is, whatever qualities you want, you expect from your leader, the same qualities are being expected by your team from you. They want you to be punctual. They want you to be a leader. They want you to be a good communicator, a good team leader, a motivator. When they are down, they would expect you to motivate them. And how can you motivate if you are not motivated yourself? Right? So all this stuff, there are a lot of characters of the leader, in which one of the very, 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 very important characteristic is your personal productivity. Very, very important. See, as a leader, you expect your team to perform at the fullest. But if you yourself, you are not able to complete your own task on time, then how can you expect the other people to perform that way? Are you understanding this? So let's open this discussion, and let me just share my screen and decode this science of personal productivity. I will share this entire presentation with you people in the masterclass archive. Can you just type masterclass archive, Soham, in this? Okay, masterclass archive is a folder in our LMS system. Very good, masterclass archive. Okay, for the new members, remember this name, masterclass. There will be live masterclass archive where you can just very nice, superb. Chalo. So from busy to effective, the science of personal productivity. Let's decode this science of personal productivity. And the first biggest roadblock what we face is procrastination. Tell me, how many of you struggle with this monster called procrastination? What is procrastination? I will do it tomorrow. Just type me in the chat box. Let's bring the elephant on. Let's bring it on. Procrastination. Kal karenge. I'll do it later. Delay or laziness. Okay, yes. Yeah, we'll decode that. We'll decode that slowly. I'll give you some strategy for you to understand what is this, right? Okay. Could overcome now. Yeah, very nice. Superb. Thanks for sharing this. Now, what is procrastination, first of all? let me tell you a story of this, okay? Uh, how many of you have delayed something important this week, even though you knew it mattered a lot? Okay, let me come back to this. Let me come back to this. Uh, some of you, the senior students would know I used to have multiple businesses before. Of course, still I am running multiple businesses, but one of the business I had was solar business. Okay, very interesting story, by the way. This solar business, I started after my mechanical engineering. I started my career from a US multinational which used to make fiberglass, etc. I stayed there for almost a decade, almost. Now, so I used to know everybody right from the CEO till the apprentice level. So because, and in that company I started learning Lean Six Sigma and all those ISO and 5S and TPM and TQM, all those strategies and fundamentals I learned there. After that I moved to consulting. Now, understand this. When I entered into solar in around 7-8 years ago, there was a requirement from the same company about solar installation. Now, solar installation on the rooftop of the company. Okay, it's a big project. Where that project was so huge, there are multiple locations, installations, and I got to know about the requirements a week ago. Understand this. So let's say, for example, today is what, 10th of January. Let's take a case. So let's say 10th of January, I got to know about the requirement, and I was so confident about myself. I would say overconfidence that it's my company only, so I can connect with them anytime. Okay, understand this. So I delayed that call because, of course, there were some other priorities, other training programs happening, and I delayed the call for a week. It was just a simple call that I just would like to meet. My team members will explain you what my team can do, because I was inside. I knew who are the decision makers and what is the internal process of decision. Everything I knew. So I just called them up on 17th of January. So I'm just giving you reference as 10th of January to 17th. So 1 week after that I called up. You know what? On 16th of that month, the project has been closed by some other company. And in that project, I would have earned, personally I would have earned, forget about my company, my company would have made a lot of money. Personally, I would have made almost 2 crore rupees. Just one phone call, just one meeting. Cost of procrastination. How many times we delay the decision of sending an email, going for a meeting, going for that interview. Understand this. Cost of procrastination is, let's say, for example, if you would have gone for that interview and let's say you would have got selected and your salary would have got at least 50% hike or sometimes double if you are, Lean Six Sigma certified as well. It's highly, a lot of our students are achieving this. Imagine if you're not taking action, what is the cost of that inaction we are facing? It's not only time we are missing, but we are missing out on revenue, on the growth, on the momentum, on our self-confidence, lot of things. Just a small delay. How many of you could connect with this story? Just type me in the chat box. And now you are thinking, oh yes, 3 months ago, I also did like this. Are you understanding this? A lot of people are connecting, and absolutely yes. Let's decode this procrastination. Okay. Now, procrastination, easily we label it as laziness. Easily we label it as laziness. Okay. But let's decode this. What are the reasons, etc.? We don't procrastinate because we are lazy. We procrastinate because we fear of discomfort and failure. Now let me just decode the science behind it. Now, uh, see, if I draw the brain of a human being, of course I am not a neurologist or a doctor, or let me draw this. A very primitive brain of a human being. It's called reptilian brain. Okay, the very basic level of when we were reptiles. See, entire species, the evolution has happened. We were reptiles only. Okay, reptiles like dinosaurs and crocodiles, etc. Now they have a brain called reptilian brain. Similarly, we also have, if we open up our brain, the very central part is called reptilian brain. And reptilian brain basically works on only two principles. Now understand this. It does not matter how much educated you are, does not matter what is your what you can say upbringing, etc. This genetic decoding is there for millions of years of fight and flight. So earlier, when we used to live in jungle, and when let's say animal comes in front of us, if that animal is bigger and stronger than us, then we have to flight, which is running away. If the animal is less, what you can say, we can fight with that animal. That is what the fight and flight. Only objective of this reptilian brain is to protect you. Now understand this. Even though after millions of years of evolution, still the decision making is taken majorly by reptilian brain, and that happens subconsciously. You are not even aware of it. Why this discomfort? Reptilian brain does not allow us to, because that fear is encoded, fear of discomfort. If you go out of the cave, tiger will eat you, lion will attack you. There is a black huge bear in front of the cave that will attack on you, and you will get eaten. And that fear is so much so that we become freezed, we don't take any action, and we name that as procrastination. For example, let's say you have to just call a person for appointment. Let's take an example. And your brain gives signal, your reptilian brain says, oh no, I think this is not the right time. That person, okay, today is Monday, is it? Okay, so Monday is a busy time, right? Oh no, this is 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, I think he must be driving. He must be. So now what you are doing is you're finding, your brain is giving you signal just because it's a discomfort. You are not confident about calling that person for appointment or for an interview, whatever. And because of that discomfort, your brain is giving you excuses. No, let's do it a little later. Little later will be a better strategy. Or what if he says no? What if he says no? No problem, Vishwanandaji. Fear of failure. Understand this. This is a very important thing. If we do it, we will either fail or we will either succeed. If we don't do it, it's 100% failure. If we do it, either we succeed, or what is failure, by the way? Let's say he says no. What does it mean? Let's take a case. I call a person for a meeting, a client for a meeting, for example, a prospective client for a meeting, and that client says no. I am not interested in your services. Let's say that is the case. Is it a failure, first of all? That person is not right now ready to take, his company is not right now ready to take these services. Does it mean he will not take the services next year, or maybe 6 months, or maybe 3 months down the line? No. And in the call, you would have established the relationship, right? You would have established the relationship, ice breaking has happened. Now he knows that there is something, some company called Sparran and Gavin and Dhiresh Patil and their team, they do fantastic work and transform the processes by using Lean Six Sigma and other tools. Whenever that kind of requirement arises, who would they connect? With us, right? So appointment not given does not mean a failure. But if I do not call, that is a failure, because then there is no ice breaking, no connection, no relationship building, nothing has happened. If you do not act, it's 100% guaranteed failure. But if we act, we might succeed. How many of you got this? Just type yes in the chat box. So it's fear of discomfort and fear of failure which holds us back. Are you with me till now? Absolutely. Are you understanding? Super. Now, you know what? I'll give you my strategy first here. Before I go deeper, I just wanted to. We have a monkey mind with us, right? That gives us that excuses. Arey, baad mein karna. Let's do it later. Okay, do it after 1 hour. Before that monkey wakes up, just do it. If you want to send an email, just do it. Okay. So, for example, just day before, unfortunately, one of our client, Vedanta Group, is one of our big client for very, so many years. Now, Mr. Anil Agrawal lost his son. You would have seen that news. Now, we have a current project going on with them as well. Now, if I would have procrastinated this, okay, to send an email to the team, the condolences email. I would have missed a couple of days. It has to be sent immediately, right? There are certain things which has to be done. And nowadays we have, all the right choices of the words. We have ChatGPT, etc. So I drafted the email. I was thinking, shall I send it now? Shall I send it later? So before that thought arises, I went to ChatGPT, gave my format. GPT suggested a couple of corrections, and then I sent it. Now, sometimes before that mind wakes up and gives us excuses, we have to just take a first step. First step is what is required. From 0 to 1, that's it. Only one action is required. Anyways, I'll come to that step by step. So this is fear of discomfort and failure. What is procrastination? The act of delaying something important in favor of something more comfortable, flight and fight. The reptilian brain which protects us. So it is not harming us. The objective of reptilian brain, because there were so many hazards and risks around that time, that the reptilian brain's major objective was to protect this body and not make it uncomfortable. Whenever there is uncomfort, it is actually looking for some comfort immediately, and the same responses we are following. So we are delaying that, something which is making us uncomfortable. So reptilian brain's objective is to pull us back and make us comfortable. Okay, be in the cave, be in the den, do not go outside. Be safe. Don't go outside of your comfort zone. That is the role of reptilian brain. Now, why we procrastinate according to psychology? First, instant gratification monkey. Understand this. Our brain seeks easy pleasure. Now, calling that client requires discomfort, right? You have fear of failure, you have fear of discomfort. Instant gratification, if I don't do this, I'm comfortable. No? I don't have to go through that jitteriness and butterflies in the stomach, etc., etc. So instantly I am what right now, if I don't do anything, I will get my, past experience and not confident and stubborn thinking caused delay. Yes. So we'll decode, each and everything, and then I will give you some strategies as well. So instant gratification. Now, there is one research done in one of the university on small children. Okay. Now this is very interesting research. How the psychology works. Now, those small children, every child was made to be sit in one room. Okay, single. There was only that child was there, and in front of the child there was, chocolates. There were chocolates, the jar of chocolates. Okay. Now then the teacher would come, and there is a CCTV camera in front of the child. Teacher would come, and teacher would just tell the client that, child that, I would come in 15 minutes, just sit quiet, do not eat the chocolate. So the target for them was 15 minutes not to touch the chocolate. And the children were, 7 years, 5 years, 8 years, like that. So they would, chocolate is their weak point. Now, teacher would go out. Now the CCTV camera was monitoring, and there were other, the doctors were monitoring their movement, what they are doing, what is their body language, are they looking at the chocolate, etc. After 5 minutes, 7 minutes, some of the children opened the jar and take out the chocolate and ate. Out of 100%, let's say there were 10 to 15 children. Out of them, almost 50 to 60% of the children could not resist their temptation to control, temptation. So they just opened the jar and ate the chocolate. Now, they studied the behavior for a very long time of the child, the progress in the academics, etc. You know what they found? The people who could resist the temptation of gratification. Now understand this. See the psychology. The children were, chocolate was in front of them. That it created a desire, and that was making them restless. Okay. And they could not control that restlessness, and they opened the jar and ate the chocolate. The moment they ate the chocolate, they became relaxed. Instant gratification. Understand this? So our brain seeks easy pleasures, easy comforts, and we get habituated to that. So that we are not comfortable with the jitteriness. We cannot stand with that jitteriness. Understand this? And we fall prey to that instant gratification. And you know what? That study was continued for 20 years, 25 years. The children who actually resisted that temptation strongly and successfully went on to become university toppers and went on to become successful in their career. And the people who could not resist that temptation and could not stay with that jitteriness, okay, they remain average with that. So this is very important to understand the behavior of this instant gratification wala thing. Have you understood this? Just give me yes in the chat box. Very powerful message from this, isn't it? Yes? Just give me a quick yes. Okay, so we also should be practicing to become comfortable with uncomfort. Make a note of this statement. Become comfortable with uncomfort or discomfort. The moment you become comfortable with discomfort, now So you should practice this muscle. You become uncomfortable speaking in front of people, do it again and again. Okay, understand this. See, when the opportunity comes, we don't take that opportunity with both hands. We just go in our cave. We go back to our own comfort zone. Now you have to become comfortable by facing the people, facing the audience. Start building this muscle. Start becoming comfortable by doing these uncomfortable things more. Okay. I don't know. I can show you this. Can you see this? I'm just going through this book. I'll give you the list of the books. It's called Dopamine Detox. I'll speak about it. Amazing book. I have a list of the books for you guys. I've chosen. I'll give you the list, which I would expect you guys to read. Very small but very powerful book. Anyway, fear of failure and procrastination. We delay to avoid imperfection. What if I am rejected? What if I cannot speak? What if I fail in the interview? What if I lose the order? What if that customer would be angry on me? Fear of failure. Same thing. There are ways and means to handle it. Decision fatigue. Now this is also very, very important. Too many choices, inaction. You know, when we started, when we started the online, yellow belt session, etc. Very right from the beginning, what we used to give after yellow belt, I used to show them everything, green belt, black belt, and all the other bonuses, etc., etc., etc. And then I used to give them multiple choices. Okay, you want to green belt, pay this much. You want to make a green belt plus black belt, pay this much. You want to add some bonuses. And then I saw that people were completely confused. Completely confused. So many choices, confusion equals inaction. They used to then remember what is green belt, what is black belt. Okay, then how much for this and how much for that, and complete chaos. And our sale used to drop a lot. After that, I found this, that I'm giving too many choices. I need to just give them only one choice. That's it. And even today also, I do the same thing. Only one choice I give. Okay. This is the offer of the day. That's it. What you will get. That's it. There are no multiple choices. Only one choice. That's it. Okay. So whenever there are multiple choices in front of you, just that can create a confusion and inaction. Okay. Lack of clarity. When the goals are vague, which are not clear, action is delayed. Lack of clarity is very, very powerful thing. I'll give you example of clarity. So when the procrastination happens, so these are the root causes what we are talking about. You don't have a time problem, you have a clarity problem. Very powerful statement. You don't have a time problem, you have a clarity problem, because you don't know what exactly has to be done. You don't stand in front of people and speak because you don't know what to speak, how to speak. It's a clarity problem. You don't go to the interview because you are not sure what to say in the interview, how to say in the interview. It's a clarity problem. It's not the time problem. You are delaying, okay, because you are not clear about it. Bring the clarity and procrastination can be eliminated. How clarity can be brought? Take a piece of paper and a pen and sit down and write down. Take help of a coach. Take help of a senior. Take help of your friend, family member. But I'm not clear about this. Can you help me? Now you have ChatGPT. Now you have Google. You have YouTube. There are a lot of resources. We were never. This is the best time to live. We have a lot of support system available right now. You are not alone. Right? Superb. Let's move ahead. And the same point I'm sharing. Clarity is power. Your why, if your why is very clear, then it becomes even more powerful. Let me give you another example of this. Let's say a lot of you, are choosing to start your own business in near future. Okay, a lot of you have already taken admission in um, consulting launch program, etc. Now, when we ask the question, why do you want to start your business? So the question, the answer, the shallow answer, if it is to earn money, it's a short-term answer. Of course, money is a byproduct of this. But if you drill down why exactly, if you uncover that why, that is very, very powerful. For example, let me give you my example. I'm from Mumbai, I'm from Maharashtra, and even though Mumbai is the business hub of India, even though Mumbai is the financial capital of India, we as Maharashtrian community, okay, I'm just generalizing this, we are very hardworking people. You'll see a lot of educated people here, okay, but when it comes to business, you will not see big Maharashtrians on the top of the list. Understand this? Now, why I'm sharing my own story with you, because you could relate with that. I want you guys to connect with that. I'm sharing why I'm running this. Okay, why after 8 hours of training programs in the evening, I stand in front of you, I deliver the session for you guys for 2 hours. Because my why is very clear. Now coming back to this. Now what happens is, because of, see, if any nation, any society, any community has to grow, it is very important to be that community to be resource rich. Understand this? But in our Maharashtrian community, in the where we are born and brought up, what was told to us? Become educated, take education, do a safe job, government job or a private sector job, and stay very safe life. Stay safe, don't take risks, business is not your, it should not be your first choice, etc. And when this was taught, then I was observing in Mumbai why there are no lot of Maharashtrian people in the business community. And there I found that all right, because there are some beliefs, because there are certain it's so we have to accept it. This is how it is. So I started learning about the fundamentals of business right from from the young age. When I was working for that multinational, I started reading the books, meeting the people, going for the things like that. So now understand this: when you take the decision, let's say, okay, now I want to start my own business, no matter what. Now I'm doing the business, now I'm doing the job, but I want to break the shackle, break this belief system that we also can do the business. And I took that kind of oath from that time, that in my family I will break this this routine, this belief system which is running for the generations. I will break this, and I will show my next generation that we also can do the business. Now what is my why? It's not the money. Of course, money, I became much richer than what I used to earn when I was doing a job, etc. But the why was to show to my next generation that without any huge support, you can also run the business successfully. And there is a huge emotional connect as well. If you are clear about your why, And if there is an emotional connect, your emotional connect could be taking, making a big bungalow for your parents at your native, can be your why. Your why could be giving the education in the bestest of the universities in the world for your children. That could be your why. But it has to be, and understand this, your why, if your why is about yourself, it is a weaker why. If your why is about others, about the family, that is a stronger why. How many of you can connect with this? Just type yes in the chat box. Always connect your why with others, not with you. And if it is your family member, if it is your spouse, if it is your parents, if it is your children, that makes it even stronger. Then that why pushes you. When you are tired after traveling and you reach home at 1 o'clock and you have to travel again at 4 a.m. after 3 hours of sleep, that why will wake you up. Are you understanding this? And that's the power of this. So I would urge you, whenever you take the action, make sure that your why is very clear. It is to be connected with other family member if you want to make it so powerful, and then nobody can stop you. Then all these small failures will not bother you. Do you think all our meetings go positively and we get all the business? No, there are so many failures. When I run the what you can say, our yellow belt session, there are 500-600 people. 20-25 people only buy the products. Is it a failure? No. Even though 1%, 2% get this, it's not a failure, because my why is very strong. Are you understanding this? Because there is a clarity why I'm doing this. It's not to make the money, but to prove a point to my next generation that this can be done. How many of you are feeling empowered right now? Yes. Superb. Thank you. Wow. Thank you very much. Superb. Thank you. Okay. Now, once your clarity is there, when your why is clear, then you have to start taking some, taking help of some tools, techniques, strategies, tactics, etc. Okay. Superb. Thank you very much, Ravindraji. I'm sharing exactly what I do, exactly what I've tasted for you, exactly what has worked for me. Every month, and whenever, in the initial phase of the year, for example, generally in February and March, every one day of a week is a thinking day. What is thinking day? Now you can do it on your weekend, let's say, for example, and if not entire day, maybe you can spend 3-4 hours together, where I make myself completely distraction free, make a tight bubble of focus, create tight bubble of focus. What is create tight bubble of focus? Meaning silence notification, remove distractions like mobile phones, etc. And there are some focus apps as well. If you type on focus apps, how you can increase your focus, those apps are available. You can take help of them as well. Whenever you are doing something like this, that I call it as a thinking day. So I switch off my mobile, I keep it somewhere else, not with me. I just sit with my diary and the pen, and I write what needs to be achieved and what is the strategy to achieve this. let's say if the plan is, now this is for not with a team, team meeting is different. This is the individual I'm talking about. Okay. So what I want to achieve, what company has to achieve. So all these things we put it on the table. That's what I'm repeating. That's what I'm explaining, Kiranji. So tight bubble of focus meaning you create a bubble. Bubble meaning a bubble, a balloon, light for, and you are inside that balloon where there are no distraction. There is no office work. There is no WhatsApp. There is no email. Only you and you. Why it is so important? Because whatever keeps on, unfinished tasks which keep on bothering you, they are like on our mobile. There are a lot of apps which are running at the background, and that eats away our battery, right? Similarly, these unfinished task which keeps on running behind our subconscious mind eats away our energy, our willpower, our battery. So we have to basically take a pen, take a paper, and note them down. What are the challenges? What are the current challenges? What are the objectives? What is the challenge? What is the problem? What I have to do? Make a big plan, make a strategy, etc. Now, there is a book which I'll recommend right now, which is the author Nir Eyal. Nir Eyal. The author's name is Nir Eyal. Now he says the distractions are not because of the mobile notification. Distractions are never from outside. Distractions are from within. Very powerful, huh? Just try to understand it. Distractions are never from outside. We think that the noise, let's say traffic, let's say there are some, some marriage going on. There are some firecrackers being, that is not distraction. Your mobile phone ring, your notification, these are not distraction. Distractions, the bigger distractions come from within. And that's why I use a technique called emptying technique. That's what I said. Take a pen and paper, and whatever comes in your mind, write this down. That will calm your mind a lot. You want to try this technique right now? Let's do one thing. Take a pen and paper, everybody. Let's do this technique for 1 minute, and you will see the power of this technique. Take the pen and paper right now. If you are not traveling, if you are traveling, just open any WhatsApp or or any Word document, and just keep on writing down or typing whatever is there in your mind. It can be the task, it can be some tension, it can be the something pending, it can be a meeting which you are being delaying. Okay, and empty yourself. Okay, let's do it for 1 minute. Let's do it for 1 minute, everybody. Are you clear what needs to be done? Take a pen and paper. Ideally, if you're traveling, you can do it on mobile phone. And whatever is there in your mind which is bothering you for a while now, okay, your child's fee has to be paid, your EMI is pending, or you have to go for an interview but you have been delaying. Just write this down. You have to call a friend for a very long time, you have not called. Write this down. It can be personal, it can be professional, it can be both. It can be about your health, it can be about your finance, it can be about your relationship, whatever. Just type in the chat. Not type, write down. Just do it for 1 minute. I'll just wait for you. How many of you have done that? The people who have done this exercise today, mark my word on this, you will sleep peacefully today. Tonight. Just observe your sleep. Okay? Now this is a task. Just observe your sleep. Whatever has been bothering you from within. See, and you know what? If you observe them, some of the tasks are so small which can be done in 30 seconds. Just send a message to the friend, just give a call, just send an email. Very small, but we have been kept on delaying it, and that was creating a pressure from within. The moment you empty it out on the piece of paper, now it is in front of you. The moment is it in front of you, it loses its power. How many of you in your childhood have seen the movie of horror movies? How many of you have seen the movie horror movie? Just type me in the chat box. I used to love horror movies. In Bollywood there were Ramsey brothers. There were so many. An entire family, they used to make horror movies. And you know what? Till the time you don't see that ghost, there was so much of pressure and trauma and Z horror show. Yes. There are so much, the moment, understand it, the moment that, have you observed this? The moment that ghost is in front of you, horror is gone. The fear is gone. How many of you have seen? So, it is not about that ghost, it is about the fear of that ghost. The moment the ghost is out, the fear is gone. Same thing is happening here. The things which keep on bothering us, the moment we put it on the piece of paper, it loses the power. And we say, oh, that's it. This much was bothering me, is it? Let's do it. This is a very powerful technique called emptying technique, guys. Okay, if you start doing this every day, you will find it so peaceful. And the moment you are peaceful, you will be more productive. The topic of the day, what we are discussing is the science of personal productivity. How many of you got the bulb on moment? So it is not the ghost, it is the fear about the ghost which we are destroying. How we can destroy? Just take it out. Face it. See that. Right? How many of you have seen, how many of you have seen that, bulb on moment? How many of you have seen, you have tension about the result. Result. The moment result comes, boom, tension is gone. Yes? How many of you, that anxiety about the interview, the moment interview starts, the anxiety is gone. So it is not about the interview, it is about that fear which comes. So how it is released? You have to just face it. See the result. Face the interview. See that ghost. Are you observing? Now to do that, you have to take that action. To face that, that's it. If you have fear of speaking publicly, do this. Do it and you will observe that it was the fear of not taking action. Actually, public speaking, it's so easy, It's just like speaking with people. We speak every day, right? With our friends. And the people who are sitting there are our friends, and just we are speaking. Like right now I'm doing the same thing. Exactly. So it is all about conquering that imaginary fear that is stopping us. The moment you face it, the moment you take action, the moment you put it on the piece of paper, it loses the fear. It loses that jitteriness, and that's it. That's the aha moment where you can start the action. Very nice. Superb. Let's move ahead. I have a lot of strategies. Now let's work on the productivity. Okay. There's a rule called 90-91 rule. What is that? Let's say, for example, you have taken admission to black belt. Okay? Green belt plus black belt. Now you don't get the time. A lot of yellow belt, a lot of people get inspired. By the way, I was talking about the why, right? That why. See, no matter how much motivation you get, how many of you, by the way, see the motivational videos every day on YouTube or Instagram, Facebook? Just type me in the chat box. Motivational video. Just type me. Very good, very good. Now, the moment you say motivational videos, you get motivated for some time. For some time. But if your why is clear, you don't need, see, motivation is external. What you don't need is motivation. What you need is inspiration, which is internal. If your why is clear and which is hooked with an emotional hook, then you are always inspired to take action and you don't need a push from outside, which is called motivation. Are you understanding this? Yeah? So, motivation is external, which is temporary. Inspiration is long-term, which is, which comes from within, which nobody else is required for you to do this. Motivational short notes. Very good. Super. Now, coming back to this 90-91 rule. What this rule says, if you want to achieve this, accomplish some task, let's say green belt, black belt or master black belt certification. Some of you have completed or taken admission to master black belt as well. Now the task is like this. First 90 days, for next 90 days, meaning let's say today is 1st of January till 31st of March. For first 90 minutes of the day, when we wake up, our, the morning rituals are done. The first 90 days where our willpower is at the highest level, when our energy levels are at the highest level, if we have a sound sleep, okay, provided the, the underlying assumption is if you have a sound, peaceful sleep, then the first 90 minutes, your energy levels are at the peak. And our energy levels are like this. Understand this. They start like this and they drop down, and then we go to sleep. So I'm talking about this. Now, when you are at the peak of your energy, whatever you do, it is the best. Okay, if you want to record the courses, do it if you want to work on a project, do it in the first 90 minutes. If you want to write something very important, emails or something like that, do it in the first 90 minutes of the day. So first 90 days, for first 90 minutes of the day, just focus on most important, only one task. Only one task. Multitasking is a myth. I'm saying only one task. First 90 days, for first 90 minutes, focus on one task. If you follow this 90-91 principle, you can complete even your master black belt in next 90 days. Have you understood this? Very important. And this timing is the first 90 minutes only. Don't do it in the evening when your energy levels are down. Okay, but because when we are waking up from the bed, we are at the highest of our energy levels. This is the time you have to do the most important task for you. And why I'm given you? Because now we are into Lean Six Sigma. So study green belt, take the notes, study black belt, Minitab exercises, projects, discussions. Question, you can connect with your mentor on the WhatsApp number in the morning. A lot of people do this. We receive messages at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Sir, I was just doing this, but I could not understand. Of course, we can reply a little later, but you can send that message. That is most important. And it will, during the day, the reply will come, definitely come. It's called 90-91 rule. Clear everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. Rule clear hai? Very clear? Start following this. Okay. This will kill your procrastination. Because then the Pomodoro technique, very powerful technique. The Pomodoro technique is 25 minutes of sprints. Sprints meaning a chunk of the work where you do it, and then you take 5 minutes break. That keeps the focus very high and prevents the burnout. That means, let's say for example, even in that 90 minutes, you can chunk it like this: 25 minutes plus 5 minutes break, then 25 minutes plus 5 minutes break, then 25 minutes plus 5 minutes break. And in this 90 minutes, you should never touch your mobile phone or distraction. This 5-minute break can be a bio break, go to washroom. This 5-minute break, you can listen to wonderful music if possible. This 5-minute break, you can take a small walk around. But you should never touch Facebook, Instagram. See, these kinds of stuff, they are basically built to hook you for a very long time. You start Instagrams, the reels and, the shorts, etc., the YouTube, etc. Now, they are built that, after each one shot, you will scroll up, and it will keep on, and then you will not realize that you have already lost 30 minutes. Okay. So this Pomodoro technique in this 25 minutes is very focused. Okay. There is something called a flow state. Flow state is when you are in a zone and you are doing something very important. Okay. You achieve a state where you go a little bit in the trance, where your subconscious mind takes over. That is called a flow state. For the flow state, it should be a completely distraction proof environment, like a tight bubble of focus. Your mobile should be out. Your mobile should be away from you. There should be very important task in front of you, like making a project presentation, like studying green belt, black belt, mini-tab, master black belt, whatever. There should be enough, it should be enough challenging task in front of you. If it is very easy, your focus will be, will not be required much. But it has to be a challenging task. So do these kinds of powerful challenging tasks in the morning. And Pomodoro technique is a fantastic technique. I teach these techniques to the students as well, and they find amazing results with this Pomodoro technique. Okay. Then for personal productivity, this one rule which I have learned from book Eat That Frog, which I always, you would have seen me recommending this several times. Even in Yellow Belt session also I recommend to everybody. Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. In that, Brian Tracy talks about ABCDE analysis. Now, whatever task we have, break those tasks into these 5 categories. A task activities, meaning these are the most important and urgent tasks. For example, as I said, completing your certification or giving a report to your boss, for example, preparing yourself for the interview. These are A-class activities which has if you don't do this, it will have a very huge consequences to your career, to your, long term, your life as well. Understand this? To your financials. So A-task activities are the most important and urgent task. If you don't do this, the consequences will be very severe. These are called A-class activities. B-task activities they're important but not urgent, which can be done, important hai, but it can be done later as well. And those can be scheduled for the later time. Those are called B-task activity. Now understand this. Everybody's A-class and B-class activities could be different. My A-class could be different than your A-class, and your A-class could be completely different than my A-class. about your individual priorities and choices. C class activities are neither important nor urgent. For example, let me give you examples on this. A task activities are, you know that your certifications will take you to the fast track growth path. So let's say master black belt certification is my A task activity. So in the morning, I will focus on master black belt study. Let's say for me, I'm developing a new product right now. So recording that product, the videos, etc., content development, making the strategy. This is my A task activity right now. What is my B class activity? The important task, but they are not urgent. For example, sending the messages or email, the follow-up emails for the payment, for example. Or I have to follow up my accounts team for the payment. It is important task, but not urgent. ऐसा नहीं है कि ईमेल जाने के बाद इमीडिएटली मनी आने वाला है. Even if I do it one day after this, it's okay. C task activities are, they are neither important nor urgent. For example, the lunch with the team member, employees, let's say, lunch with the team. It could be a C class activity right now. I can do it later, or I can do it in another forum, right? D class activities are delegation. The task which can be delegated to your subordinates, to your colleagues, etc., are called D class activities, but still we are doing it. And E class activities are eliminatable tasks, which you should not be doing this. For example, doing personal call during office hours, or on social media during office hours. These are all E class activities which have to be eliminated. E meaning elimination, D meaning delegation. Are you understanding? Now what Brian Tracy says, once you classify these A class, B class, C class, D class activities, just focus on A class activities. You know, the ace players, the top performers, the highest performers are not the ones who complete all their tasks. No, they are the ones who complete their A task regularly, completely. Understand this. Lot of us would have seen your colleagues staying back in the office or the factory after their 8 to 9 hours of work. How many of you have seen them? Just type yes in the chat box. You have seen the people staying back in the office for longer duration. Yes. You know, the people stay back for their A task activities are pending. How many of you got the bulb on moment right now? You are never in the office because of D class activities and E class activities. It is always and always a most important and most urgent task which is still pending. And that's why you're waiting. You did not complete it because during the day you are focusing on B class activities, C class activities, D class activities, and the most important task is you are pushing because of procrastination, because of perfectionism, because of fear of facing that. Are you understanding this? Yes. So only thing is that it's a clarity which is lacking. Whatever task, see, let's be honest, you cannot complete all the tasks every day. What is our 80-20 principle say? Pareto principle. Only focus on top 20 class activities. So let's say if there are 5 types of activities, okay, let's say there are 2 A class activity, 2 B class activity, 2 C class activities, 2 D class and 2 E class activity. Let's say out of 10 activities we have in a day, focus on only 20%, only 2. Most important, right in the morning itself, complete it and you are at peace. Yes. Sometimes you need to delay so that you can give 100% focus on the task, hence you finish other tasks. Just a second. Let me just. Sometimes you need to delay so that you can give 100% focus that task, hence you finish other tasks first. Now understand this. Let's take an example of what Mr. Amir is saying. Now in a lot of offices, in the morning, understand this, huh? Very important, because I've worked in the corporate life, because I know this. Early morning is till the time the big boss comes. Big boss, let's say for example 9 o'clock your office starts. Early morning 1 hour is what? Chilling time. People gather together, chit chatting, coffee. What happened yesterday's party? Who said to whom what? Okay, what happened in the cricket match? IPL, politics. That's what the first hour looks like. Understand this? Then the boss comes at 10 o'clock. Office settles down. Then the real work starts. Till the time you have some emails which you have to give the answer. Your A task activity is completely gone. Now you are up to B class and C class activities. Now suddenly a phone call rings and there is an emergency meeting at the MD's cabin in half an hour, and you have to prepare a presentation. And this sequence continues. Your energy is dropping. And it continues for a while. You are in your routine. Your 8 task activity is still there, still to be done. At the end of 5 o'clock, you realize that your report, which has to be submitted by end of the day today, is pending because of all these things. Understand this. Can you change the culture of the office? Yes or no in the chat box. This is a culture for so many years. Can you change the culture? Yes, no. Everybody, give me the answer. Can you change the culture which is coded in the DNA of the organization like this? This functions like this. Do we have to change the culture? Can you change your own habit? Give me yes, no. Which is easier? Convincing everybody, no, we have to change, we have to do this ABCD analysis, by our sir has taught us ABC. Let's start working on this. People say, kahan se seekh ke aaya bhai? Chill. You're not going to get more increment because of this. That's what they will laugh at you. But the moment you come out of that herd, it's called, I always call it as a herd mentality. We want to be safe because we are social animal. We want to be with the socialized way. We don't want to go outside and do something different, because that again creates the jitteriness in our stomach, uncomfortable. Start doing this. From tomorrow onwards, come to the office. Just open your laptop or the desktop, whatever it is. Start working on your A-class activity. Let people do their activities. You are not there. Okay? You are focused. They will call you. They will ask you to join in. But you are focused. Okay, you can just smile at them. Okay, you can request them, there is something urgent. Let me finish this. The moment you start doing this 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5th day, they will stop calling you for their meeting, for their unofficial time pass wala meeting. Understand this. Okay? You don't have to change the culture of the organization. You just have to change your own habits. That's it. The moment you start doing this, just focus on a task activity. See your performance after 3 months. What will happen, Your boss will be very happy because now you are sending your reports on time. Now your calls, your emails to the important clients at the important times are going on time. There are no further delays happening from your end, and suddenly you are becoming a superstar in your team. Start doing this activity. Just focus on a task. Now, suddenly the people will say, अरे, अमीर भाई को क्या हो गया? अचानक से एकदम से विराट कोहली, huh? What happened? What? That nothing has changed. He has only started focusing on a task. That's it. Even if you don't complete your B task activities, it's okay. Just focus on A task activity. Now take 30 seconds, for example. Write down what is your A class activity. Write down. Everybody, write in the chat. What is your, let's say tomorrow, day after, what is your A class activity? Which is the most important and urgent. Sometimes every day you have to do. When you go to office, when you go to factory, if you have your own business, that is your early morning A class activity. What's that? Type in the chat box. Most urgent purchase orders. Fantastic. Yeah, what is the task? Write down the task. Manpower bills. Very good. Study and give green belt, black belt exam ASAP. Fantastic. That's your A class activity that you should be focusing. What else? Sourcing. Okay. New intermediates and KSMs and RMs. Okay. GST bills for last Monday. Fantastic. Master black belt is your A class activity right now. Complete green belt, black belt is your A class activity. So do it in the morning itself. Yes, the moment you do this, you will find your performance, your career graph in the office, in your overall career, go to the next level. How many of you got a bulb on moment right now? And you know what? You will be free. You will go to office. You will come back exactly on time. Your spouse will be happier. Your children will be happier. Your family will be happier. There will be balance between work and life. Right? Just do this. Only focus on A class activity. Okay? Superb. Away from statistics, huh? You're enjoying this. Okay. If it is going to take less than 2 minutes, do it right now. That's what I said. Making a call, sending an email. Okay. Small activities. All right. You know what? Whenever I cannot go to my gym, I do 2-minute exercises. 2-minute push-ups, 2-minute jumping jacks. 2 minutes. Only for 2 minutes. Just do it. Don't think much. That is David Allen's strategy. 2 minutes rule. If it is less than 2 minutes, just do it. Don't think much. Don't make a strategy and plan and Pomodoro and this and that. Just do it. Don't think about it. Okay? And time blocking is also very, very important, this is very interesting. Huh? As I always say this, if you want to have a control on your finances, your expenditure, start tracking your expenditure. See, time is your biggest asset. Nothing else but time. You can earn the money, but you cannot earn back the time which is gone, which is lost. So tracking the time is very, very important. So monitor hourly timetable. Make a Excel, and from, let's say, 6 a.m. till 10 a.m., whatever is your complete day, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, what exactly have you done during this? Just start, making a track of this. And then just focus on one task at a time. That's it. This is called time blocking. First, monitoring your hourly target, hourly, consumption, where it is going. And then schedule your time slots for specific activities. Make your A class activities on the top of the table. Complete them first. Then you come to B class activities. Then you come to C class activities, etc. Okay. And even if you don't do the D class and E class activities, they are absolutely okay. Now, these are the recommended books. Just take a screenshot of this. Eat That Frog, Brian Tracy, #1 book. Deep Work by Cal Newport. Hyper Focus by Chris Bailey. Indistractable by Nir Eyal. So Brian Tracy, ABCD analysis, is learn from Brian Tracy. Deep work, a lot of strategies which I have mentioned are from deep work and hyper focus. Indistractable, the emptying technique, I learned from Nir Eyal. Dopamine detox, which, you know, that book I showed you, this one. Just a second. Yeah, this one. Very small book, amazing book. Okay. So these are the books which I am highly recommending to use and start implementing this. No, this is not in our, see, our library contains contains a lot of Lean Six Sigma, process improvement, strategies, all those kinds of books. But these books are not available. Let me see if I can add them as well in the library. Okay, that's a good point, Kiran. Let me see. Clear? So that's it from my side. So tell me, what will you follow from tomorrow? Because if you understand this, most of the techniques you would have already known, but we are not following them. We know these techniques will take your career to the next level. All right. The only point is that we just have to start doing it. Okay. So I will not say start following all the techniques like Pomodoro and 90-91 and, you know, ABCD, but at least take one and start following one technique, at least. Okay, which one would you take this? Provide more classes? Yes, definitely. ABCD will start doing this. 90-91. Okay, 90-91 will start. Okay, start work on green belt on this. Yes, you all green belt, black belt, master black belt students should basically focus on 90-91. Okay, ABCD. Very good. And before going to bed, use emptying technique. Okay, it will relax you. Your blood pressure will be in control. Your sugar levels will be in control. You will have a very peaceful, sleep, sound sleep. And when you will wake up, you will be with full of energy and battery, so that you can complete your task with more power and more efficiency. Okay. So you'll start the green belt class. Very good. Super. Amazing. Thank you very much for joining in. We just have crossed our 1 hour. It is 1 hour, almost 30 minutes. Thank you very much. I hope that has added some value. And I'm. By the way, you guys can share your success stories. If you have any kind of success story can be any breakthrough you achieved because of this, or Lean Six Sigma, or any project. All right. Just send a small 30-second or a 1-minute video to us. We can share it with our community. Okay, you can share it on our WhatsApp community, this one, even WhatsApp community group, WhatsApp community nahi, this one, apna LMS community. Okay, you can share over there. Second type, what is second type? Samjha nahi. So see, the point is, whenever you have a breakthrough on about this, let's say time management or ABCD or 90-91, that's what I said. And third one is, okay, what is the second type of ABCD? B class activity you are saying, is it? That is the question, Sebastian? Okay, before bed is emptying technique, emptying. Write down whatever is bothering you what is running at the back of your mind, So that is called emptying technique. So you just put it in the piece of paper. The moment you just put it on the paper, your mind gets emptied and it relaxes down. Okay, that will give you the sound sleep. Emptying technique. Start using this. Okay. Superb. Thank you very much for you'll get the recording in the same masterclass archive only. Masterclass archive में आपको recording मिलेगा. ठीक है? With this presentation also, I'll put it in the masterclass archive. Okay. Bye. Take care. Tomorrow we have a yellow belt session. If you want to refer somebody, you can send it. We'll send all the details on the